Howdy folks, this is Tommy, Help with Gadgets, and we've got a interesting knife to do a review of today. This is the BergBlades Tick, and this is another knife that's on loan from Mr. Eddy. Do appreciate him letting me take a look at it, carry it, and use it, and disassemble it, and clean it, and all that good stuff. So really do appreciate that. And we're going to talk about this knife, and the first thing we're going to do is take a look at some of the specs of it. Let me lay the handy dandy measuring instrument down here. Looks like about three and a half inches on the blade length, depending on where you're measuring it from, and what jurisdiction you may be dealing with. That may vary, so just be careful with that. Looks like it's about 8 inches overall. Alright, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's set this to the side and bring up the scale. It's been so long since I've used this thing, I don't remember where the on button is. Alright, let's slide that up just a little bit where we can have that LED screen on. And of course it's not in the correct units, so give me a second there to get it to the correct one. Alright, I think we got it now. Alright, 4.75 ounces, so it's a less than 5 ounce knife, which in my book is not too bad, but that's just me. Alright, let's go ahead and compare it to some other knives that I have around here. Let's go ahead and bring out the Miguron Morial, and also the American Blade Works Model 1. Alright, let's get those two out of the way. Let's look at one that a lot of folks may be familiar with, that being the QSP Penguin. And this is the Kaiser Sparrow. Straighten that up. Straighten that one up. Okay. So there you've got those two. Let's look next at the CJRB Feldspar. And then also at the North Arm Sky High. Let's look next at, actually we'll look at another Berg blade. That's the Sweeney. And we'll also bring in the Militaw. That's the Kaiser Militaw. So you can see the size is really close to that Militaw size. Let's look at the Eutectic, that's Eutectic EFD. And that's Everyday Field Duty, and then also the Demco Shark Cub. And then let's check out a couple of Benchmades. The first one being the Benchmade Bug Out, and the Benchmade 940. That's the Osborne. Alright, then last and certainly not least, we have the Microtech MSI. And you can tell the Microtech MSI is a good bit larger than the Tick. And then also the Kaiser Cyberblade. And as you can see, the Tick is bigger than the Cyberblade. Alright, let's look at the width, the profile here. We'll go ahead and take a look at the MSI while we've got it on the table there. Let's look also at the Kaiser Militaw. So you see it's somewhat similar there. Of course, the BergBlades Sweeney is going to be a little bit more petite, more gentlemanly. Not sure how those two words actually go together, but anyhow, there's the feldspar. Also that's the North Arm Sky High. Let's look at the Miguel Morial. And then we'll look also at the Penguin, just for a few to look at. Let's look at thickness now, and we'll go ahead and do that Penguin since we're here. And there you can see the thickness there. The Miguel Morial, very similar in thickness there. Also the feldspar, again, very similar in thickness. Milita, very similar. So, of course, the Benchmade bug out's going to be a good bit thinner. So that should give you an idea of the of how they match up against some other knives. All right, the blade steel. Let's see what the blade steel is on this one. This is actually in S90V. Okay, and this is the blade finish is like a stone wash. This is a hollow ground blade. Very nicely done, in my opinion. All right, and I'll usually talk about a lanyard hole if it has one. It doesn't on this one. The jimping, you've got the jimping here on the top of the blade, matching up with the jimping there on the top of the scales, and that's pretty much the jimping on this particular knife. Opening methods of this one, of course, are the reverse flick, and this fuller is awesome. You can reverse flick from way up here, or you can get it way back there as well. And by way back there, I'm actually catching it here and flicking it open. So thumb is possible, but not my favorite. And then, of course, the flipper tab itself works just fine, more so for a light switch than a push button. The price on these, I'm not sure. I think they're around $300. I'll put that up on the screen because I'm probably not correct about that. But in my opinion, very well done and a very good price. Of course, the handle material is excuse me, titanium, and then you've got different versions of this inset that they did on this knife, and of course it's on both sides. Just looks very good, and I'll flash up on the screen also what the other versions of the insets are. Very nice clip, fits well in pocket, no problem coming in and out of pocket. In fact, this the more that I carried this knife, the more it grew on me, and found that putting it in and out of the pocket wasn't a problem at all. All right, D10 on this knife, very well done. As I say, it works well for both opening methods, and I mean, to me, it doesn't matter where you put your finger on that for that reverse flick on that in that fuller. It works really well. Of course, the lockup is, let's see if we can get it in the screen there. Very good. No movement up and down, side to side. Let's look at how it fits in pocket. Got a pair of pants that I use from time to time, and wait a minute, let me look. That's not the right side that we need to be looking at. Somehow I got my pants turned around, and you can tell from this pair of pants that there's got a little bit of wear right here. So let's see how it fits in pocket. And there you see that's how it would appear from anyone able to see your knife pocket. Fits well against the seam, and works well. Reaching into the pocket, it's not got any sharp corners that tear your hands up, so I really appreciate that, and it does work well. All right, let's get that out of the way and take a look at the ergonomics. Fits really well in hand. You've got this choke up position that you can use if you want to. However, if you want to keep your finger behind the guard there a little bit. Still full 4-finger grip, and as you can see, this is not a small knife. It's a great size knife in my opinion. About the perfect size. 3.5 inches is 3.25 to 3.5 is kind of the sweet spot for me. Let's check the let's do a check on the hardware. This is a T8, so you got the T8 for the body screws. Of course, the hardware for the clip is on the inside, so that's just fine. You've got some lightning pockets there, as you can see. So very well done, comfortable in the hand, just great action. I really don't have anything bad to say about this knife. It's I still think I prefer the Sweeney, but that's a great knife. This would be one that I would recommend. It's large enough to get a grip on in whichever way that you may want to hold it, and it's comfortable in all those positions. I don't really feel a hot spot on this knife. So again, S90V, stonewash blade, cool materials for the handles and the inset, a nice clip that works really well. So yeah, it would be one that I would recommend. So there you have it. That is the BergBlades stick. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please hit that like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so and you enjoy the content. And leave me a comment below. Tell me what you think about this knife. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.